Hi, my name is Gianluca from offroadtents.com and offroadtents.com.au. So today we're gonna do a short video just showcasing the Prinsu cab rack for the Toyota Tacoma 2nd and 3rd gen. So this is for the platform for this, Toyota Tacoma from 2005 to the current, as of today, 2021 model. So pretty much, well, one of the things that we love and that I love about this rack is how easy it is to just use it. It's a completely modular cab rack. This is specifically for a double cab taco, and well, as you can see, this one in particular comes with 5 different slats that are placed, horizontally and flat facing the roof, and then one more at the end, which is, let's say, sideways. So these are all pretty easy, and when I say that this modular rack is one of my favorite, it's pretty simple. For example, in this particular Tacoma, we had a rooftop tent installed in the roof, and as you can see, it's very close to the roof. It's a very low profile rack, so putting your hand below the platform is really hard. Fortunately, all you can do is you just simply, here from the sides, as you can see, you can just take off, all the slats, and they come off from both sides. So you take these 2 off and 2 from the other side, and it's really simple. So what we did, we took this one and this one off, and we installed them below the rooftop tent, and all we did later on was just simply put it all back on the roof. Yes, it's a bit, complicated, but anyways, what I was trying to make you guys understand, it's how easy and how modular this roof rack is. A few of the other features, which are also part of all the other Prinsu roof racks. This is made of aluminum. It's powder coated. It comes with different types of wind deflector styles, so you can choose the standard wind deflector, which is this one here, or you can choose it with a cutout for a 40-inch light bar, so it would just have, a space here for the light bar. We preferred it with the wind deflector. As you can see, on the sides, it has like these holes and these spaces to install whatever accessory you want. So on the other side of the rack, we can see we have an awning, and it's really easy. You just, use the L brackets or the side brackets of the awning. You mount them here. You can have, all sorts of accessories. If you're the sort of guy that wants to have like a shovel mount or an axe mount, you can just install them here. If you want to have a water tank, like a road shower or the water port, and you want to install it on the side, it's going to be easy to bolt it here to the side holes. So it's a very easy to use rack. As I said, completely modular. You can take off a few of the slats if you want. You can add more slats if you have a larger model that has more space. But yeah, this is a great roof rack. Now, one of the other great things about this rack is the fact that you don't have to drill into the roof of your Tacoma to install it. As a matter of fact, it just mounts into the factory mounting holes. So all you gotta do is you bolt it through these holes. No need to drill. So installation is much easier, and there's no need for you to have to drill through your roof, waive any warranties of the vehicle, or any problems with if you have a lease or anything like that. So installation is simple. You're not manipulating something that's complicated. No need to use heavy tools. So this is, the ease of installation is great. Now, if we talk a little bit more about the roof rack itself, so it has 500 plus pounds of weight capacity. That's static weight capacity. So that's when the vehicle is not in motion. So it allows you to mount rooftop tents, people on top of the roof if necessary, carry larger weights. If you're the sort of guy that has an alu box, or you take with you a lot of accessories and supplies on the roof of your Tacoma, then this is a great rack. Okay, so now I wanted to stand on top of the rack itself just to show you guys, how it handles the weight capacity. So I said this is a 500 plus weight capacity roof rack. 500 plus means it can take, more than 500 without any troubles. But weight capacity does depend a bit on or quite a bit on the car's weight capacity of the roof. So you do need to check with your manufacturer in case you had another vehicle, just to check and see what's the weight capacity that the roof can handle. But the rack itself can handle more than 500 pounds of static weight capacity. That means when it's parked. So that's why we recommend that you do take a look at your manufacturer's car weight capacity. But anyways, this rack is actually excellent to handle weight. It's also really good, for rooftop tents, kayaks, boards, as I said, space cases, aluminum cases. You can take pretty much whatever you need over on top of this rack. Now, as you can see, the slats, they're great because these slats, they allow you to put in a bunch of different accessories here. So actually, Prinsu does design a rooftop tent mount kit, and it designs a bunch of other tiny accessories that can help you, take here your roto packs or your max tracks and just, install them over the slats. You would be putting, a bolt and a nut here, and then you would install the accessory. Right now, we don't have accessories on this rack, but as said, it's really great because it's kind of like a Lego. You just put pieces in, take them out. Installation's very easy. You can take with you pretty much whatever accessory you can imagine. Now, when it comes to the installation of the rack itself, which I had mentioned before, which doesn't require any drilling or taking on and off the slats, which is a very simple process. As I said, you can just unscrew them here through the sides, take this off, put it on. It's very simple. You can put more slats. So if you want, for example, you could potentially purchase additional slats and you would just install them here. So as you can see here on the side, it has the space to put in additional slats if required, even here or here. The installation of this rack, I said, it's pretty simple. So the Tacoma has this trim, and there's different people that like to do different things. They either take off the trim and they section it and cut it, just leaving the space for the two bolts to be bolted onto the roof. Or what I like to do best is simply, you mark holes. You first take off the trim, then you measure and mark holes on the trim to show where where you're going to be bolting it, and then you just cut 2 small holes on each side of the trim where the rack's going to be bolted, and you'll see the factory mounting points. Now, it's a good practice and a good idea to place some silicone around the holes of the roof just to avoid any water coming in, or just for an additional layer of protection. Afterwards, this rack, and I'm going to show you later when we go down, it has spacers between the rack and the roof, which it's the first thing that you're gonna place. So you're gonna go and place the spacers in between the trim, or where you cut the section of the trim, and then you're gonna place the bolts. So as you see here, it has 2 bolts here, 1 more bolt here, and 2 more bolts at the front. So it's gonna be 5 bolts per side. Pretty simple process, no drilling required. Goes into the factory mounting points. You just bolt it in. It's a good practice to put silicone around the factory mounting points to avoid water going in, and then the installation is complete. Another great thing about this rack is how easy it is to install it, because pretty much all you would be taking are the side rails and installing them. Later on, you can install the slats. That makes it easier for you to lift any section of this roof rack, of this complete modular Prinsu rack, and then you just install the slats, so that way you're not carrying super heavy weights, or you're not taking the whole platform and installing it over the roof. That requires a 2 or 3 person job. Potentially you could do this on your own. We do advise that you do it with somebody else if you want, but installation is not that complicated. It doesn't take that long. Then, as said, the slats would allow you to install whatever accessory you want, and the weight capacity, as stated before, over 500 pounds. So I wanted to show you guys the spacers that go between the rack and the trim. So as you can see here, it's those 2 black, let's say like circular, plastic parts. Those are the spacers. They would go in between the rack and the trim or the roof. So this is such a low profile rack that even with the spacers, it's still, very low profile. So the noise and the fuel consumption are pretty much reduced with this type of roof rack. It's one in the market that's probably one of the most low profile racks, so that's also another really good point to consider. And just to close it off, this rack itself, well, it's completely USA made, 100% USA made. So it comes backed up with a lifetime warranty, a limited lifetime warranty. 100% USA made, so you know it's reliable, it's durable. You know, the brand's an American brand, so that makes a big difference on what you're getting compared to other brands. As I said, powder coated, and you know, the ease of installation, the amount of accessories that you can put on this roof rack, whether that comes to lights, if you buy the, you know, the wind deflector with the 40-inch cutout for the light bar, that's great. You could potentially start more lights on top of the slats. There's a noise reducing trim for this roof rack itself, so there's a bunch of, you know, of options. Prinsu is really reliable. The price, it's incredibly competitive, incredibly affordable. You're not overpaying anything. It's a fantastic roof rack. It looks great on your Tacoma. It would look great on your 4Runner. It would look great on pretty much any other vehicle that you have the option to get. And you know what I really like about it is just how simple it is. You know, how simple it is to mount a tent on top of it, how simple it is to just, you know, mount an awning. On the other side, we just mounted it through these holes over here, and it was just a very simple job. We just installed, we used a spacer, a plastic spacer between the we can come and see it over here. We used a plastic spacer in between the awning itself and the rack. So if you see here, and I'm just gonna show it from up top, if you come closer here, you see we use like the spacer over here, rubber, sorry, it's not even plastic, it's rubber, just, you know, keep the side of the awning and the side of the rack not touching, and, you know, friction and then potentially getting scratches. But the ease of installation of pretty much any accessory, it's what makes this rack great. So highly recommended. You can get it on offroadtents.com, and if you need any help, just reach out, send us an email at info@offroadtents.com, shoot us an email via Instagram or Facebook, or just go to our website www.offroadtents.com, or give us a call 844-200-3979. If you have any ideas or any comments, just leave it in the comment section below, and we'll be happy to answer anything. Thank you.